It's 1986. I'm in New York City, standing on 57th and Broadway in Columbus Circle. I'm in summer taking acting classes there, and on my days off, I try to make a little money doing street theater. I've just finished my comic routine, where I do a monologue, and then I transform myself into a tennis outfit, and I pull from a little toy baby buggy a tennis racket and lip sync to Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who thinks that I am the one. Woo! But the kid is not my son. Woo! What can I say? I'm a performance artist. After passing the hat, I earned $9.86. That's just enough for 2 slices of pizza, 2 Cokes, and 2 Subway tokens home to my 4th floor walk-up in Brooklyn. Now, I've got a friend visiting me from Seattle, so he and I decide to hoof it down 40 blocks to 7th and 14th, where the pizza is only $1 a slice, and it's supposedly the best. So here we are walking down Broadway, and of course we walk through the theater district. And Frank says to me, "Patty, have you ever considered being on Broadway?" And I say to him, "Frank, I'm a performance artist. I would never be on Broadway. I would be off Broadway." But later, I can't get this thought out of my head. And I imagine myself on Broadway. And I imagine what it would be like, you know, to have my picture in that poster, and then to come to the stage door, and then to go backstage, get prepared, and then that hush that happens in a large audience when the lights go down before the curtain comes up. Ooh, and it just gives me chills just thinking about it. Well, the summer's over, and I go back to Seattle, where I live, and I continue to have a 5-year successful performance artist career. Until one fall, I have a terrible year. I have been applying for grants to do my own work in town, and I haven't gotten any. And I've been gone on vacation because my mother was sick, and so I lost all of my shifts at Mama's Mexican Kitchen on 2nd and Bell, where I've been slinging burritos. So I don't have any money to buy any food or pay my rent, and I'm thinking, you know, at this point I'm desperate. So I get a rake out of my garage, and I start going door to door on Capitol Hill, trying to rake people's yards for $10 a yard. And you know, it's one of those Seattle days where the rain is just, and it's just pouring down, and I'm knocking, and nobody's answering any door, of course, except for a Presbyterian minister who has his churchyard, which is pretty much the size of this room times 4. $10, I said, so there I am raking, and then the wind blows, and then I rake, and the wind blows, and you know, by the end of the day, I'm weeping, because I know I'm only going to get $10. I've been there 4 hours. And he comes out and gives me my money, and I go home, and on my answering machine, there's 2 blinking lights. And you know, that's back in the day when the lights blinked on your answering machine. And so I press the button, and one of them is from my friend Karen, who says to me, "Patty, they're auditioning for comics at the Seattle Rep. You should go. Now, I know you never perform in anybody else's material, but you should go. It's Bill Irwin, and you should try." So I listened to that, and the next one's from my long-lost agent, who hasn't represented me in 3 years, Tish. And she says, "Patty, I know that I haven't called you in years, but they're looking for performance artists for this show at the Seattle Rep. Why don't you go audition?" So of course, I go down. And what they want me to do is like a little dance routine. Okay, well, I'm not a dancer, but somehow I'm quirky enough that they decide to use me in the show. Well, it's just a little workshop production in the Poncho, which is the small theater at the Seattle Rep. But it has a big following. And then it goes to the main stage. And then it goes to the Kennedy Center. And then it goes to Broadway.